Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be doing a review on the Prolast 4-foot 80-pound heavy bag. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so before we do the review, let's do a quick close-up of the bag. Starting from the top, you have 4 straps that are made of that reinforced nylon tarpaulin material that connect to 2 metal D-rings, which you can use to mount to your ceiling or whatever mount you're going to be using. The top of the bag is zippered, that goes across and is filled with a microfiber type material as well as foam to help keep shape of the bag. The colorway I decided to go with is going to be the blue, yellow, and white with a little bit of contrast with the black on the Prolast logo. And you can see here the quality of the material is really nice. The stitching could definitely be better. You can see kind of the stitching going across is pretty crooked in some areas and just kind of rotating around. You can see some of the stitching kind of just poking out underneath there. So it could have been done a lot cleaner in that regard. The material on here, this tarpaulin, is basically a really high grade, almost like a vinyl type material, and it's ripstop. So just like the Nazo bag is the same exact material. I wouldn't be surprised if these bags are manufactured in the same place, basically like private label manufacturing, and then they're resold under different brand names. Here's the patch in white. It says Prolast made in USA, and again, just the stitching could be definitely cleaner on the bag. Coming down, you have that yellow band at the bottom. And then at the very, very bottom, you can see it does not have a ring or any kind of strap to have it anchored to the floor. So this bag is completely free on the bottom. Unless you were to somehow attach a ring or something to the bottom of the bag, there's really no way to anchor it to the bottom floor. So outside of that, a really nice bag, very similar to the Nazo one. Let's go ahead and do the review. Hey guys, Carlo here, and today I'm doing a long-awaited review on the Prolast 4-foot 80-pound heavy bag. This bag retails for $299. It's manufactured here in the United States. Got mine in the blue, yellow, and white colorway. You can check out the other colors as well as models on the Prolast website to see what they have to offer. And they also do custom colorways and designs as well if you're interested in that. Spec-wise, this bag is 4 feet in height, 14 inches in diameter, and weighs in roughly at about 80 pounds. I'd say that this is probably the most common heavy bag shape and size that you find in most gyms, which is the reason I ended up getting this, aside from the fact that you guys have been requesting I did a review on Prolast. Now, the material that it's made of is the same exact material that my Nazo bag was made out of. I wouldn't be surprised if these bags aren't manufactured in the same place and they just kind of rebranded their own branding or their own name. But it's basically this ripstop tarpaulin style material, which is basically like a very thick and more sturdier type of vinyl. The actual material itself is very nice, very durable. I'm sure you've seen many videos of pros using Prolast or Nazo or some of the other equivalent brands, and these bags last quite a long time and take a lot of abuse. The only thing I'd say is the big drawback with this bag would be the stitching, which I showed you guys earlier in the close-up of the video. The stitching definitely could be a little bit better in terms of the quality of the stitching. The firmness of the bag, which is my favorite part, is that it takes a little bit of time to break in. When you first get this bag, it does feel a little bit more on the dense side, but the good thing is that it's consistent throughout. You don't find any hard or soft spots with this bag. Sometimes you get some of the cheaper bags from like Everlast, just some of the entry-level bags, and you'll notice that you get a lot of settling, meaning that the contents of the bag, where it's torn up rags or towels, sand, whatever it may be, will start to sink to the bottom. And I haven't had any issues with this bag, just like I didn't with my Nazo bag. It stays really true and consistent. So if you're hitting it towards the bottom for like hooks to the body, more to the midsection, or even higher on the bag, you get a consistent feel no matter where you punch it, which is extremely important, because when you're punching this bag, you're working it. The last thing you want to worry about is injuring your hand by punching it on a spot that's like hitting a wall or like hitting concrete, and then you hit one area up top where it's super soft and too broken in. and it just doesn't feel good when you're hitting a bag like that. So I love the consistency with this bag. You get an excellent amount of pop out of this bag, a lot of good pop and feedback and crack. In terms of the type of gloves you want to use with this, until you really break it in, I would recommend using a glove that's a little bit more protective because of how dense this bag is, and it does take a little bit of breaking in, and that is also really up to you. Some people might have don't have any injuries with their wrist or their knuckles or their hands, and they can afford to use something a little bit more denser. But you know, like the RB5s I have here, you don't really get much shock absorption over the knuckle area and very minimal wrist support. So you can essentially use it on a bag like this, but you'll definitely feel it when you hit it. But you can see it, you get excellent crack out of the bag. You hit it up top high, you can hit it low, mid, high, and you get the same pop, feedback, and feel throughout the entire bag. Very consistent feel throughout. And that's one thing that's really important with the heavy bag. You want to feel that you can hit it and not be worried about injuring yourself because of hard or soft spots on the bag. So overall, I'm extremely satisfied with this bag, just like I was with the nozzle bag. If you guys are wondering where is the nozzle bag, he brought that bag to my coach's gym, and he uses it there for my training as well as training his clients and the other people in that gym. So it gets a lot more use than it does here in my garage. But essentially this is a slimmer version, or slimmer and lighter version of that XL bag. This is great for really all types of work. You can do anything really with this bag. Combinations, heavy punches, power punches, speed. You can really work everything. It's a good amount of length. For those of you that are wondering if it could take leg kicks, you're probably gonna have to get the longer tie version of this bag, because if you drop this bag too low, you can essentially kick it, but then you won't have any room up top. So being 4 feet, for those of you that are in mixed martial arts or in kickboxing, you're not going to be able to do any low kicks on this just because it's not long enough to reach down that low at the proper height it needs to be at for you to punch it. This to me is more for people in traditional or classical boxing, more for your stand-up striking rather than for doing lower leg kicks. So just do keep that in mind for those of you that are wondering if you're looking to get something for leg kicks. Get the longer bag than this, but overall extremely satisfied. I would mention that you should look for deals too. I know that Prolast also sells on Amazon, and sometimes they do discounts around the holidays. So if you're looking to save a little bit of money, you know, maybe wait for the big holidays or even Black Friday that's coming up to score like free shipping or a big discount on these bags. But overall, really happy with my Prolast bag. It's been working really well for me here. I feel like this is the perfect size and weight for a heavy bag in the gym and at home. And you can really do anything with this. It's very versatile. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find this Prolast 4-foot, 80-pound heavy bag. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.